Hello, my name is Evans Mensah, and you can relive all the fun and excitement on Top Story, Newsnight, and of course, Ghana Connect via podcast. All you need to do is to log on to myjoyonline/podcast. Search for your favorite show and relive the moment. Joy 99.7 FM, your radio for discerning listeners.
Well, thanks for your company. Let's take our very first story. The Director General of the State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA, Stephen Asamoah Boateng, has expressed his disappointment in the conduct of some CEOs of state-owned enterprises who failed to show up for a workshop. This is an event to deliberate on a draft code of corporate governance for the state-owned enterprises. Mr. Asamoah Boateng, who admitted the event was streaming online, said it was still not enough that just a third of the participants had showed up. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta in July this year, you'd remember, revealed that COES recorded a net loss, or SOEs recorded a net loss of some 584.4 million Ghana cedis, and that was recorded at the end of 2019. Mr. Asamoah Boateng said indiscipline is partly to be blamed for the situation. He urged CEOs and board members to ask permission and leave if they cannot do the work assigned them.
Sort of disappointed because this is such a crucial document that will impact on your entities and your lives as a CEO, as a board member, as a board chair. Invitations went out. My team has been calling, and here we are about just a third or half. I know some of you are joining us virtually. I don't know the number, but I will do the count later on. My concern is that I've been around for so long in Ghana politics and in the economy so much that one of the things that we fail to acknowledge is time management and the discipline of work. If we've been entrusted to do a job, just put your brains to it, put your attention to it, put your commitment to it, and do it. If you cannot do it, ask permission and leave. Leave the scene. Somebody is prepared to do the job. It's a very important document we are discussing today. I recollect when we started the SIGA legislation, we tried to engage some of our CEOs, and it was like nobody knew what we were doing when we tried everything. I remember finally when the document was in Parliament and almost passed after the second reading, and some, having heard, took time to ask me, Asabi, but everything is in this document.
Well, away from this, hundreds of residents in the Manpurugu Maduri districts in the northeast region are still trapped and cut off from other communities days after torrential rains there. The residents are unable to travel out of the communities to market centers or seek healthcare service. They are now relying on canoes as the only means of transportation to visit their farms and to seek emergency services. Here's Eliasu Tanko's report.
The Manpurugu Maduri district has earned the nickname overseas, not because life is better there as the term usually implies, but ironically because in many ways it is worse. The district once again has been cut off entirely following torrential rains that have flooded roads, destroyed farmlands, and prevented residents from carrying out their daily activities. 16 communities are officially reported to have been cut off. However, Joy News visit found more than half of the district is currently inaccessible. Bridges and roads from the West Manpurugu municipality to the area are submerged in floods, and the only way now to reach the district is by long stretch from Bulgartanga through Sandema and Fumbisi. Near the district capital, Yagaba, farmlands are submerged, water levels are rising. Some of the residents speak about the distractions caused by the floods. As you can see, the distraction is overwhelming. Our farmlands have turned into rivers, so we are appealing for immediate assistance. There is going to be anger if the government does not intervene. We need the government intervention as immediately as possible. This is the second route connecting the district to the West Manpurugu municipality at Logore. Majority of the cut-off communities are found on this stretch. However, the road for weeks have submerged by floods, cutting off movement from one community to another and leaving residents stranded and desperate. These teenagers are natives of Sakpaba and they are waiting to be ferried across by a canoe, which is now the only means of transportation.
Oh, Malapur Kamaro in Chang, Bacheko. The 5 hours, can have been young 10 zan under Durma. So
she's my wife. She's pregnant, and we are returning from Logre. She went for a checkup at the hospital there, but we've been stranded here for 5 hours, unable to cross back to our community. So we need help. Finally, the canoe showed up carrying these 3 elderly women.
We sat in the house for 1 month and we became fed up, so we decided to visit the farm and see what is happening. And when we got there, the whole farm was flooded.
Shortly after, another canoe arrived.
You might come that I'm voting to Laya Wobwa. The voter some Pahala Wobga got to vote. I came and beside Mara to
cross the road. We always suffer before crossing the road, and it's because of the road we voted for MPP and no other party than MPP. So the government should do and come and do the road for us. Now we don't belong to any other party because we always vote because of help, and now when we vote they don't even think of us anymore, so we don't belong to any party again.
The roads, the bridges, the covers should all be fixed, else no vote next year. The residents are therefore calling on the National Disaster Management Organization to dispatch personnel of the Marine Police and the 48th Engineers Regiment to help them resume socio-economic activities. Ilyasu Tanko reporting.
And we continue to stay with the story because the Northeast Regional NADMO Director John Kweku Al-Hassan tells Joy News 16 communities have been cut off. His team, including the army, are waiting for the flood waters to recede to be able to assess the situation and help required for the necessary support and rescue. He spoke to my colleague Benjamin Akakpo earlier on News Desk.
We are monitoring the situation. It isn't that we are leaving the people to their fate. We are monitoring the situation as and when the need arises that we should go and then evacuate 16 communities that are cut off. And it has to do with their road network. It's not the communities themselves. The communities are sited on higher grounds. So the people are not affected much. And then also it's about their farms. The whole place is inundated with water, and it's difficult for NADMO and then MOFA officials to even get into these farms to do proper assessment. So we are waiting for the water to recede for us to be able to get access to these areas to do a proper assessment, to be able to determine the number of farmlands that are affected in terms of acreage. And then also, with regards to essential services like health supplies and what have you, the zip line in Walwale is doing their best. They are able to provide them with essential services. So there's no cause of alarm. We are on the ground and we are monitoring the situation. That water is not all that deep. I personally went there, it's at the knee level. And we have been asking them to stay away from those waters because they try to even go as far as their farms to do harvesting, which is very dangerous. So we are even calling on them to stay away from the farms because it's dangerous for their lives.
Though parents of a final year student of Opong Memorial Senior High School at Kokofu want police to swiftly bring the killers of their son to book. 19-year-old visual arts student Richard Appiah was stabbed in the lower abdomen by some youth of Kokofu following a confrontation with the deceased and his friends Saturday night. Mother of the deceased, Florence Buahima, wants police to speed up investigations to bring relief to the family. Her appeal comes as police hunts for a gang suspected to have been involved in the stabbing incident. Ohimin Terrier of our security desk has more.
The final year student, in the company of 4 others, sneaked out of campus on Saturday to the Kokofu town, Police say the attack on the deceased and his friends, who are noted for sneaking out of campus, was premised on an earlier incident. Bekwai District Police Commander DSP Damte Brown tells Joy News the latest incident was triggered by the opposing youth seizing an iPhone of one of the friends of the deceased.
A student called Richard Appiah. He has some friends in the school, and they used to sneak to town every evening. And they had an encounter with some youths in the town some time back. Meanwhile, that case was not reported to the police. So when they came to town, one of his mates was with an iPhone. So those guys they have been having an encounter with met them in town, and then one of them went to the other guy, and then took his phone from him. So straight to the guy, wanted to collect the phone from him. The guy broke a bottle and then stabbed him with a bottle. There he fell unconscious and was right there to Ahmadiyya Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. We are doing everything possible to get them arrested. I have informed some informants to assist us to get the culprit.
Sympathizers, including school teachers of the late Richard, have been visiting the Ejimon family house to mourn with the family.
Yay, Richard! Hey!
Richard's father, Kwabena Appiah, is a security officer at the school. He always checks on his son anytime he's on duty. He was off duty on Saturday night when Richard, his third child, sneaked out of the school. He is devastated.
Richard, Papa, I quite have money on Yakurabone. Now, some busy been paid as I put 3 on second part and level 4, school level 4, Nako, we never to be sure. Me, yeah, and Casacasa.
Meanwhile, his wife, Florence Bohima, is calling for swift police investigations into the matter.
Police for there was so much the boy and say, I was so much and my baby, allow much bia. Now almost do my family kwaso edi.
From Kukufu, for Joy News, Ohimintiria reporting.
Now, she was a young mother with her own struggles in life, but with very high hopes of a bright future where she would be a fulfilled school teacher. But one road accident is all it took for all those hopes to be lost and replaced with suicidal thoughts. This is the story of Mercy Mbugri, a 22-year-old woman who lost her 5-month-old baby and her left leg amputated after a ghastly accident in Bulgartanga in the Upper East region. Correspondent Albert Sori has more.
I couldn't even eat. I cried the whole day.
Tears as Mercy Mbugri recounts her ordeal after losing her 5-month-old daughter and her own leg in a road accident. She is only 22 and still has her whole life ahead of her. But life suddenly seems like a horrible nightmare she wishes she could just put an end to.
I'm on pain too much. They should keep praying for me.
Mercy graduated from the senior high school in 2019 and had a baby a year later. She was assisting her aunt, who operates a restaurant and with whom she has lived since she was a child. Mercy says life has not always been easy, but she was hardworking and hoped to further her education in the Teachers Training College. One fateful afternoon in February this year, she boarded one of these commercial tricycles, popularly called Mahama in Bulgartanga. She was going to the market with her daughter, but they never got to their destination. A car crashed with their tricycle, and when Mercy opened her eyes, she was in the hospital. Her baby was nowhere to be found, and doctors came with the news that her left leg was going to be amputated.
So I decided to ask my aunt what happened, and she told me that we had an accident. So I asked her, where is my baby? She was telling me different story. I don't even understand what she was trying to tell me. She couldn't tell me where the baby was. Meanwhile, the baby died at the spot. And the doctor even said that they've already damaged the leg, so they have to amputate it. They were asking of 6,000 Ghana cedis before they can amputate the leg. So I asked my mom whether they can afford that money for them to do it for me. She told me that the little they have, they will give it out so that they will do it for me and I'll be free.
Within a short period of time, all the good plans for her life had suffered a major setback, and all she now sees ahead of her is a life of hopelessness and despair.
So that was last 2 weeks. We went back to Boku for review. When we went, the doctor said we should go for an x-ray. We did the x-ray and came. The doctor said there is a fracture inside the bone, so they have to do second operation again. In fact, that day, I couldn't even eat. I cried the whole day. I couldn't sleep. I'm on pains too much for about 7 months now.
Mercy is not married to her late daughter's father, who lives in the south. She says although the man tries to support her from time to time, he also complains that things are not going so well for him. Therefore, the financial burdens are solely on Mercy's aunt, Asana.
I'm a caterer, so I sell food, so we do small. So when it happened, I went back and locked the place to take care of her. So far at the hospital, we spend a lot, about almost 7,000 to 8,000 at the hospital. We spend a lot. Yes. And Monday, she told me something I was not happy. She said that, Mom, that if this leg does not heal, she will give her life out. She will give up. She will give her life to God. Then I said, no, don't give up. We are all here praying for you, be with you. If you don't love you, we will all not be here.
Mercy is now hopeful that she can get back to her life if she could get some help.
Please, I want them to help me join my colleagues in school. And I think if I get a prosthetic, it will help me join my colleagues in school and for me to afford some drugs.
For now, 22-year-old Mercy Mbuguri can only pray, remain hopeful, and face each day of her life with patience and endurance. Albert Sorry, Joy News, Bulgartanga.
Now, patronage of motorcycles has become common in parts of the country with its attendant road traffic challenges. Let me share with you some data on road crashes recorded in August 2021 alone involving tricycle operations in our country. So in August last month, we recorded some 488. That's the number of motorcycles involved in various accidents on our roads, and the number of injuries out of those 480, we have 400 injuries, a significant number indeed, and all in August 2021, with 93 sadly dying from those incidents. So persons killed in August alone involving accidents with motorcycles, 93. Question, however, remains, what are state actors doing in terms of regulation? Do they have challenges? Well, the National Road Safety Authority is calling on government to take a stronger position on the use of tricycles. Director of Programs, Engineer David Adonting, spoke to Joy News.
General hospitals now, Kolebu, Kompanochi, 37, Tema General Hospital, Tamale General Hospital, you can find them there. They're lying there. Most of them, legs amputated, arms amputated, head injuries, and so on. And the Ghana Medical Association have already come out and declared it as a menace.
Right.
Because the number of them that they are working on surgery all the time, it requires that we take a strong policy step to address it.
Right.
We at the National Road Safety Authority, well, we have raised the red flag that is an area we must look at. And moving forward, we must take a very strong position. The best we are doing for now is that we are doing the education. Our friends from DVLA are coming up with training of motorcycles as part of the process to license them. And so that is what we're doing for now. But I think in the near future, there must be a policy position where we draw the line between those who are using for private and those who are using for commercial.
And that's it for our Drive Safe campaign. You've got to stay safe on the roads. Well, the Ministry of Defense is refuting claims contractors working on the Afari Military Hospital in the Ashanti region left medical equipment at the mercy of the weather. A video circulating online shows some of the project's construction equipment sitting outside. Deputy Defense Minister Kofi Amankwa-Menu says the equipment captured in that video are meant for outdoor installation, contrary to the claims. He has been touring the hospital in the company of the Ashanti Regional Minister, Simon Osei-Mensah. Here's Nanaya Ojima's report.
The 500-bed capacity hospital received parliamentary approval in November 2008, but construction was delayed due to changes in location. Tax exemption, which was a condition precedent of the contract, also delayed until 2017. According to contractors, the project is about 95% complete. Deputy Defense Minister Kofi Amankwa-Menu says the contractors are following due process in the installation of equipment.
I think we've gone around. We've seen all the so-called alleged equipment which are left to rot in the sun and in the bush. We've all seen them. The contractor explained that the cylinders are actually outdoor cylinders, and that is even a backup. And the air handling unit out there are supposed to be outdoor unit. I think we went to almost every room on this facility, and you saw that equipment that need to be indoor are indoor, and those that need to be outdoor are outdoor.
The visit to the site shows important aspects like MRI equipment are yet to be fixed within the created space in the walls. Contractors Erojet Deinvest reveal most equipment will be installed once power is fully connected to the site. Main site manager Ahmed Abu Shama says such equipment remain at the warehouse.
Recorded in the video is the same position. We didn't change anything. Nothing of medical equipment outside. Nothing. Even you open the boxes, you found the name of the equipment outside it. This is supplier, Sodica. This is air handling unit. It's extractor fan is system for HVAC, not for medical. Okay? None of medical equipment is here. We keep Erojet, we keep our rights to take the legal actions against such incidents. Okay? Because we don't accept someone to come to our reputation and use misleading information, and this is not acceptable from our side.
The project is expected to be completed by December 2021 if financial conditions are met.
Most of the things have been done already. All they are waiting, of course, you know, this thing involves a lot of money. So they are waiting for something to really start. The figure actually jumped, and there was an extra $36 million US dollars This figure was actually renegotiated with the help of my minister, the ministry, and then the consultant. They met with the contractor. The figure was renegotiated, and from 36 thereabout, it came to 19. And as we speak, the Ministry of Finance is doing value for money analysis. You and I know that whatever money we dole out in payment for this project, we must account for, and the Ghanaian people must get value for money. And so, yes, that is the stage we are now.
Well, let's take you to the Bono East region now, where the former President John Dramani Mahama is touring in Techiman. My colleague Anas Sabit joins us live with more. Anas, what's on the agenda of the former president?
Mama, the former president is set to meet the regional House of Chiefs, where he will be engaging the traditional authorities in the region. It's a one-day tour of the region to thank the people for the overwhelming support the party received in the 2020 general elections. The NDC and the 2020 elections won 10 out of the 11 constituencies, and 8 votes at the presidential level increased by some 60,000 from 182,000 to 242,000. This, according to the former president, is an overwhelming support that is worth for him to come here to thank the people for the support. And he is telling them that when he comes back to power in 2024, he will ensure that their lives will be enhanced in general angle. He also spoke about the South shooting incident and added that when he wins power, he's going to ensure that the issue is going to be investigated thoroughly, and that families that have been affected will be duly compensated when he gets the nod to rule again in 2024. So basically, this is what he's been telling the people. He'll be engaging the chief any moment from now, and from here you have a debate where he'll be addressing party faithfuls in Techiman Mamadi.
And Anas, who is accompanying the former president with his tour?
The national chairman of the NDC is here with him. The general secretary, Johnson Appiah, is here. The 2020 running mate, Nano Poku, is also part of the president's trio. Also, I see the former deputy minister under his administration, Felix Pachu, also being part of the trio. Also, all regional executives are here with the former president to thank the people for the massive support he enjoyed in 2020.
And that's our Bono East regional correspondent telling us about former President John Dramani Mahama's tour to that region. He's currently in Techiman. There will be a lot more in later bulletins. Now, are you looking for a parcel of land or a home to buy? There's something exciting happening this weekend. It's the first mini clinic of the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Firm. It will be live from the Achimota Retail Center, where exhibitors will showcase various products and services. If you're looking for a mortgage or a piece of land to build that dream house, well, then you don't have to look any further. You can head to the Achimota Mall to meet the people who can enable this dream come true. It's the 11th and the 12th of September from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. You have to make a date. You're watching Joy News today. Stay with us. We've got lots more stories coming right after this.
Hi, welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Managing Director of ADB, Dr. John Kofi Mensah, has justified the interest rates offered on its loans. A recent report by the Bank of Ghana showed that ADB offers the highest lending rate of more than 24% in the country amongst the 23 banks. Now, responding to the findings, the Managing Director disclosed that it is the only bank that ventures into highly risky areas.
Our highest point is what you saw in the papers, but that is for very, very risky. You know, when you take all the banks, there are certain sectors, some of the banks will not go there. ADB is an agribusiness bank, it's a developmental bank for, and we, by necessity, we have to go to certain places. In the rural areas, and this we are there. Some banks will not even venture to put a branch there, but we are all over. So we are carrying a lot of costs and also trying to see to it that the standard of living of our people move. So if there are certain sectors that we deem risky, but we still want to do some extend funding and keep on monitoring so that these will revive this, so that SMEs of today will become big corporates of tomorrow. That is what we have to do. So we are moving on a different mandate. So you will see that the upper side you may see, but that will be covering things like personal loans for rural folks who want to go. But these have been coming down consistently over the period. I think 2020 we were around 32 there was. Now it has come to the 24 point something. Our target is that it should move further down for even the risky to under 20. But we are at the moment giving loans at 12, 9, with collaboration with these institutions that have been established by government to complement our effort.
In other news, Group Chief Executive of Enterprise Life, Kelly Gajepo, is optimistic that insurance in the country has the potential to thrive if industry players properly position themselves to serve the needs of customers. Now, according to statistics, the insurance penetration presently in the country is very low, but Mr. Gajepo believes the right products will gain traction if they speak to the needs of the people. He was speaking at the launch of Enterprise Life's 20th anniversary celebrations. According to the Group CEO of Enterprise Group, Kelly Gajepo, Enterprise Life can attribute its success over the years to its timely entry into the insurance industry. He believes the right products that are relevant to consumers have the potential to thrive within the Ghanaian economy.
It is true. It's a matter of having the relevant products and also the market having confidence in your products and your ability to deliver the service. So we did have to experiment with a few different products when we started, but we got it right after we fine-tuned. We got it right. So the products that we have are doing very well because they are relevant to the lives of the people who are buying these products.
Mr. Gajepo commended the National Insurance Commission for its efforts in promoting insurance in the country and encouraged Ghanaians to patronize insurance services.
Insurance participation is picking up, and it's picking up not only because of the existence of insurance companies, it's picking up also because the Insurance Commission is doing a great job making sure that people get value for money. You don't go and buy an insurance policy and then when it comes time to make a claim and claim on that insurance policy, then people start telling you stories. So I think that a lot of kudos goes to the Insurance Commission, but obviously there's also significant work that has been done and is being done by the insurance companies themselves.
Head of Reinsurance and Anti-Money Laundering at the National Insurance Commission, Esther Amma, commended Enterprise Life and encouraged innovation and strategies to boost the insurance sector.
And the Commission's bid to build a strong and sustainable insurance market that we'll all be proud of. A number of policies have either been introduced or implemented over the years. We will continue to do this with the help of key industry players such as Enterprise Life as we tackle the future head-on. Our records show that Enterprise Life is currently the market leader by way of gross premiums, with a market share of 26% of the life sector. We say congratulations to all those whose work and dedication have ensured Enterprise Life as a successful and well-respected life insurance company.
And that's your business update for now. More coming up on the marketplace. Up next, sports.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the sports segment with me, Oreku Wampofo. We do begin with the Black Stars as South Africa managed to beat Ghana by a lone goal at the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg on Monday evening. That was the second game in the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifier for both countries with Ghana hopeful of at least returning to Accra with a point. Prior to the crucial encounter, South Africa had played a stalemate with Zimbabwe, while Ghana had defeated Ethiopia back in Cape Coast in the first group game.
Tao whips it in. It's a decent delivery. Double-headed out. Two options, a left-footed and a right-footed. It is the right-footer, first time in. Goalkeeper spills the ball. And they can't really do anything with a follow-up. Hard to control. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? Decent cross in. And the ball's loose. Oh, my word! Well, I don't think the goalkeeper knew exactly where it was, but luckily for him, neither did the South Africa striker, Magopa. He wants a runner, and he gets one. There's the cut back, well-controlled acrobatic kick just wide of the post. That was hopeful. That was brave. Still with South Africa, golden opportunity, and there's a goal! The breakthrough! The hosts have done it! It was messy, it was scrappy, but who cares? Bafana take the lead.
That means that South Africa now go top of Group G in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, and Ethiopia and Zimbabwe are currently playing, and that match is 0-0. How much Ghana would be wishing for a draw in that match as well. But let's come back to Ghana, where the First Lady, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, has given a 30,000 Ghana cedi boost to treble winners Hazakah's ladies ahead of their participation in the 2021 CAF Women's Champions League slated for Egypt. The First Lady presented the sum to the playing body and the management of the second D-based team on Monday when they called on her at her office in Accra. There's more in the following report by my colleague Elon Benar.
Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo has appreciated Hazakah's ladies with 30,000 Ghana cedis for winning the WAFU Zone B Women's Champions League. At a brief meeting with the team on Monday, the First Lady expressed gratitude to the clan for making Ghana proud at the Nouvelle competition.
And I'm very happy to receive you. I must say that, first of all, congratulations. Congratulations. And I know there's more ahead of you. I can see in your faces that you're eager to do more, Hazakah's ladies. And I'll just reassure you that as your mother, I'll be here for you. I'll listen to you and see to your needs. I know that you came with an agenda, an envelope of your budget and everything. I'll have a look at it and see, the best that I can do, and also through the presidency, through my husband, who is a very keen footballer, I must tell you. I'm sure you know that. And I'm not very much into football, but seeing you today, I'm now going to keenly follow you. And so you don't have any worries. I'll do my very best for you as a woman to women. So thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you.
She looks forward to seeing them make bigger achievements.
Good afternoon, welcome to Showbiz here on Joy News today. Now, Ghanaian-based Cameroonian xylophone performer Obasi Aboli over the weekend treated invited guests to authentic indigenous music as his second album listening. Speaking to Joy Entertainment, Aboli says the album was inspired by a message he wants to send Africans no matter the age.
Ujasuma Africa, it's a 10-track album. I think what inspired me was the You know, I just wanted to bring out a message, you know, to fellow Africans, no matter the age. You know, I think that it's an age where there is a wind of revolution in Africa, but it's no longer the kind of physical revolution. It's more of a mental revolution. And I thought that I could play a part in it, you know, through putting out some knowledge and trying to impact people in song, which is what I do best. In music, yeah. Sincerely, it's taken us like 2 years or more, particularly because of the advent of COVID-19. You know, it slowed a lot of things down, and then it also gave us time, you know, to rethink and rework on the album, because there were some things that were supposed to be on it that were taken out and more things brought in because of the time. So it's taken us like 2 years or more. There's a huge market for indigenous African music in Ghana, especially comparatively to other countries, you know, and there's a very, especially compared to Cameroon, which is the other side where I'm coming from, a part of Ghana, and they are very professional stages in Ghana. It's one of the reasons why I actually came here, got into high life music, and then put it up, you know. So there's a huge market for it, just that the media doesn't talk about that market and what comes out of there. But you look at musicians like Wiala, King Ayisoba, Atongo, those are all people who do indigenous African music, and they're making it big.
Meanwhile, the musician has expressed interest in collaborating with singer and songwriter Kofi Kinata. According to him, Kofi Kinata's style of music is matchless and no artist can sing like him.
I think that the guy that I like, which very much, who has a very unique kind of music style, which I think that they can even give him a kind of genre on its own, is how do you call him? The guy from Takade, Kofi Kinata. You know, so a song like Dilong will not be bad to have somewhere like Kofi Kinata, you know, on it.
Why do you admire him so?
No, his music is unique. You know, as a musician, we're looking out for things that are unique. Kofi Kinata, I don't know any musician who sings like him or who does the kind of music that he does. You know, that's why I think, and yeah, so I listen to him a lot. I think I listen to him a lot, and I like the fact that his music is unique. He has his own market, he has his own, and he doesn't blink about it.
And that's all in Joy News today. Do log on to myjoyonline.com where you have plenty of news. My name is Mama Vio Swabwaje. Thanks for your company. Wherever you go, remember to mask up.